I mean, to put it in numbers, I think we had a breakthrough month. I did went from like 10, 15K a month,
Hmm.
and we took that all the way to 100K a month, actually, like
Way.
this. Yeah, so I don't know if I told you this. Yeah, and not even the whole month. We sold out $100,500 in sales in 3 weeks, and then rest of the month I was enjoying my holiday vacation. Yeah.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, what's up, Marcus?
Hey, all good, all good. I'm super excited to have you here today. Um, because it's really like yeah, it's a very, very special case, and we're going to go into the depths of it. And I think this is really something where a lot of people can learn a lot in terms of yeah, like sticking to the most important things until it really works. And yeah, we're going to break it down and go into the details. But first of all, super happy to have you here. And yeah, let us know a little bit about who you are. Introduce yourself briefly, and describe your e-commerce also.
Yeah, no, no, thank you, Marcus. You described that perfectly. From the depths, from the bottom of the depths all the way to the top now. So it's good to be able to look back and reflect kind of on the journey. So a little bit about me, yeah. I'm Brian Leung. So I'm the owner and founder of UmamiGrills. So we're a direct-to-consumer Asian grill brand who makes portable tabletop grills, for households. And so pretty much, I started this journey about a year ago on my e-commerce journey. I didn't have any structures in place. I was really just new to marketing. I had done some, B2B type marketing using Google Ads and kind of lead generation, more for an enterprise setting. And so when I was starting my e-commerce store, I had to wear a totally different hat, and this is all new to me, kind of coming into it, just learning about, yeah, B2C and just consumer advertising, what's trending, how to make, creative strategy, how to, plan out ad sets. And, the thing with paid traffic is, you put your own money on the line kind of for it. And if you don't know what you're doing, you're not doing the correct things, you're going to start bleeding like pretty fast. And so not knowing that and having tried so many different options, whether it's, I had been scouring YouTube, for courses, done the whole thing of, consuming free content. Hey, everyone says something a little bit different. Um, I had done a few other kind of master class courses, and it's just like nothing really clicked for me. And for me, I needed someone who was great at explaining, great at being able to kind of get into the why and the how, but both the why and then the how and the implementation process kind of behind it. And I really think Marcus did an incredible job, to just walking me through each step, from the customer journey to the ad creation to the actual launching and implementation of the ad sets, on the Facebook platform. And so super super thankful for him. It just otherwise I really would have been stuck at snail's pace doing those $20 a day ads. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. And you never know when you're doing something right or not. That's the
yeah.
thing. Like
Mm,
I think, yeah, but when you're doing it totally all by yourself, you never know when you're doing it right or when you're not doing it right, and you don't have that confidence or that proven structure and method,
mm,
to know, unless you have that one-on-one feedback. So this is perfect for me. Love the Breakthrough Accelerator course.
mhm. Nice, nice. Yeah, so yeah, absolutely. I think that's really something I hear a lot, and I also experience myself a lot whenever I, need some kind of like coaching or input. Only consuming the content alone only gets you that far because it's some like once you're implementing, you need someone to look over your shoulder and say, okay, this is wrong. Like, stop doing this or focus on this. So, yeah, I think we really got found a good setting there. Maybe before you were joining, to elaborate a little bit, like what was your like you already touched on this. Like you did some YouTube research, try to figure out stuff by yourself, then also join some kind of courses or something like this. But what were kind of like more the specific challenges before you were joining, specifically like advertising on Meta, right? Like when you look at before we worked together, like what did it look like?
Yeah, so it was really just throwing spaghetti at the wall, like, kind of trying different things. It wasn't sure what creatives, to make. Why were they like not taking off, or what to add spend to. It was just totally up in the air. And I have a friend, my best friend is running
Mhm,
a seven figure store, and he
mhm,
was trying to teach me. He sells direct to consumer luxury wine brand.
mhm,
Um, and he was trying to teach me. He would spend every week, trying to show me the ropes, and I did not get it at all. And after he even sent me a master course from another like big industry guru that I tried, cost $2,000. Tried to take that.
mhm,
It just for some reason it just went all kind of like over my head. And so I
mhm.
think the way you broke it down was just beautiful. It was perfect. And really not only taught me kind of like the small things what to do, but like kind of like the strategy I think
Mhm,
behind it, and I really have a better grasp. And before, I was really doing like I was so happy when I hit $400 a day in spend, right? And then
mhm,
all of a sudden, the ad stopped performing that I was using,
mhm. Yeah.
and so month 3, I was like, "Oh, cool, I hit a cool wave," and then it stopped at $400 a day, and I couldn't scale past that, and then
Mhm,
diminishing returns, and then the ads stopped, working,
mhm,
and then I was really in some trouble. I really had no idea what to do thereafter, how to make kind of, the pipeline to make new creatives,
yeah.
and this just, it was exactly what I needed.
Hmm. Nice, nice. Um, yeah, so like you already touched up on this as well, like but how were those challenges affecting your overall business performance? Because you had something running, you said, like and I remember you had some ads running and yeah, you were spending a little bit on that on those ads, but then they started to decline. But what happened then like to your overall business performance?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it was just an unless
Mm,
I myself know marketing and know how to do, paid
mm,
advertising,
mm,
like you've taught me. The business is completely unpredictable,
mm,
right? Like, the best thing about having, meta ads is that it's a reliable, consistent source of traffic and paid acquisition.
mhm,
It's like it's formulaic, right? Like you have your cost per acquisition, and you can always benchmark against that and know how to test and repeat and scale with those metrics. For me, I think I just, I had threw up one ad that got lucky for a month or two, and had no idea what to do thereafter, right? And then the other
mm,
stuff I made wasn't working, and I had no idea. I was making these like YouTube promo kind of type like professionally made stories. I tried some like still picture ads, and I'm like, why isn't this working, right? But
mm,
but I think really getting into the customer mindset, with you, and kind of
mhm,
learning what type of different ad formats. You broke it down,
mm.
very well, that, things we could test. And that helped tremendously.
Nice, nice. Um, okay. Before we, because we're going, like you're talking about, you're touching on a lot of very important topics. We're going to get into this, like understanding the customer a little bit better, and then creating the creative pipeline. Um, but like when you look back at like what made you decide to join, actually, like because you've tried a bunch of other things as well. Like what did you really like? What really moved the needle for you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it takes someone with a really kind of special talent to be able to teach people. So there's people who could do it well, by themselves, but it takes like a special individual to teach and explain well. Like my friend, he was, doing decent at traffic, but for me, he wasn't able to kind of impart that wisdom to me. So kind of like you were asking like what worked for me, or what was that?
No, yeah, what actually made you decide to join, right? Like what were the factors where you're like,
Yeah.
okay, this I want to try this out.
Yeah, so going back to my original point, like right off the gate, you were
Mhm,
so forthcoming with information. So what initially got me was this, I think this ad you ran. It
mhm,
was about 45 minutes long on how you structure,
yeah,
leverage consulting and the DTC
mhm,
breakthrough program, and like step by step,
mhm,
kind of like the process that you go through from
mhm,
like square one to launching and testing those creatives. And I'm like, wow, you're giving all this away for free,
mhm,
right? And that really resonated with me.
mhm,
And it was, comparable to a lot of the other, kind of modern testing systems that I had researched, and but you just broke it down in such a clear and understandable way with like blueprints. You had a flow, like a just beautiful flow chart where I can
Mm,
visually, I'm a visual learner, so I can understand it, and you
mm,
had great explanations for each kind of course module.
mm.
And you with your coaching, you personally walked me through every step kind of thing, and made it relatable to my business model, and that was, what definitely blew me away.
Yeah, nice, nice, cool. By the way, I'll link that video here,
Okay,
so
yeah, yeah,
anyone can watch it. Um, uh,
super
cool. Then,
helpful.
cool. Then let's go a little bit to let's talk a little bit about the program itself, right? Like your journey through the program. Can you describe a little bit the experience of you walking through the program? Like what did we do first? Like, and what were the things like? How did you experience it, and how did you see it affecting your business at the end of the day?
Yeah, yeah, no,
Hmm.
no, definitely. So, in the beginning, that when I first, started working with you, I was happy when I do, $1,000 a day. That was like a great day. Maybe mid $1,000. And by the end of it, just recently this month, we were cracking like 20K a day. It was like nuts, and you really got me to see that point. Like we gave an analogy, right? Being able to swim across the pool, and because I used to teach swimming and lifeguard,
Mm.
it's just like,
That's good analogy.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The students couldn't swim across to the end of the pool because they got scared in the middle. They're like, "Wow, this is the farthest I've been," and they would get stuck because they didn't have that confidence or that know-how, right, to ever reach the end. And that was me, like in advertising journey. I was like capping out at $400 a day, $400 or $500 a day, and
Hmm.
I didn't know what to do next. I didn't know how to scale. I didn't know what creatives, to keep on iterating on.
Hmm.
And you totally got me there, and I was just phenomenal, man. We started with, just like really digging into the customers using this system you called message mining
Hmm.
that I really liked. It was taking all the past like well, I won't give away too much of the secret sauce, but all
No, that's
just
cool.
coming
That's cool. That's cool.
all the review all the reviews, all the comments on Facebook of past users, and really just kinda getting into what's that product market fit,
Mm,
that we're seeing here, but between my customers and what resonates with them and the product, and then really developing angles kind of around that.
mhm,
And making that in from a qualitative approach is me using my gut feeling into a quantitative approach where you can see
mm,
the number behind it. I'm like, "Whoa."
mm,
Like, I had no idea my customers, like, liked this, and I can put a number behind it, like X percent,
mm,
o over this other, like, feature number 2, for example.
mhm,
Um, and so I was able to include those features into separate angles in my creative kind of testing and methodology, and even kind of, like, tweak some of my landing page features,
mhm.
to cater to that. And that
Cool.
was huge for me. That was
Mhm.
huge for me.
Nice. So, yeah, the message testing, or like message mining, yeah, that's always the first starting point. And as you've pointed out, like what is super interesting that you mentioned it right now, it's not only helping you in acquisition, right, to understand what is the messaging that I have to choose there, but it also
Mhm.
affects everything that happens after, right? Because essentially you're like testing the market for different angles or different target audiences, and once you found the one that is winning, you align the rest of the funnel to this angle so that it's a congruent experience from the first touch point to the landing
Mhm.
page to everything that happens after. So you did that beautifully because you took the learnings not only for advertisement, but you took the learnings and put it on the landing page as well to make it like to make the ads and the landing page fit more.
Yeah, yeah, and this is just great marketing in general,
Yeah. Mm,
being
mm,
able to kind of, like, connect to your audiences and their specific pain points and needs.
yeah.
And I was doing that based on gut feeling rather than taking that quantitative approach. And then
Mm,
thereafter, I was able to tweak the product kind of based on this. So
mhm.
it's this kind of virtuous cycle where I'm
Yeah.
constantly improving not only my advertising, but also
Mhm,
that product feedback loop, kind of in place. And
mhm,
then, thereafter, you took me to the next step in like testing those messaging angles, using
mhm,
that still creative and
mhm,
doing like 10 different variations and seeing what clicks. And
mhm,
then, from there, create more ads similar to that in different
Mhm.
content mediums, and then yeah, and then try to highlight that on my landing page and tweak my product,
Yeah.
too, so that I continue that process and constantly get better and better
Yeah.
um,
Yeah,
at doing so.
amazing. Yeah, amazing. And yeah, I mean, that was executed beautifully from your part. Especially that you took the learnings and you really implemented them in your business wherever it makes sense, right? And this is something like I remember we talked about it on our last session. At the end of the day, like what a lot of founders struggle with is they want to create a product the way they think it's the right product. Then they want to market the product the way they feel like this is the right way to market the product. And then they put all of this on the market and wonder why nobody's really buying their product, right? In many cases. So you might get
Yeah.
lucky because you hit like you tap into a demand that is already in the market, a need. But even if you get lucky, you don't understand the process behind. So what we basically did was first understanding what's going on in the market, right?
Hmm.
And where is the demand? How can we tap into demand? And then basically reposition the product that we already have so that we enable the market demand to flow towards us, right? And I think that that really changes a lot in the mind of a founder, right? Or what was your experience there?
Yeah, I mean, you totally opened my eyes, and also too, like just like knowing the entire landscape, right?
Mhm.
Like you kind of touched on, it's just like I only knew how to do it my way, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Just because with the limited kind of knowledge I had, but I think you kind of like being able to teach me like different mediums, right? Like content mediums and different ways to test. It's just like now I have so many tools at my disposal that and I have this knowledge to be able to use to
Mhm.
continue to grow my business, which has been super exciting.
Nice, nice, cool. Yeah, then maybe like what was like looking at the, or I think I interrupted you. Yeah, we weren't finished. Like
Oh,
go
no
ahead.
worries.
Like
Go
what?
ahead.
True. We just found out. Okay, what is the market fit basically? The message product fit. Yeah. What happened then? Like what did you experience then?
Yeah, so pretty much, I narrowed it down to like 3 or 4 winning creatives, and it was based on, Korean barbecue grilling. And then so
Mm,
like once those and you also taught me a lot of the kind of smaller tactics I wanna say about,
mm,
it was the, like, seasonality and crafting messaging for different, like, seasons and being able
mhm,
to kind of put that urgency kind of there. Um, that really, like, kind of took it to the next level, and so each kind of, like, month, I had to change my advertising and change kind of based on consumer demands exactly kind of what they're experiencing. Before I was just static. I ran the same thing all the time and
mhm,
expected the same results. But no, it's like you really got to keep on pushing out new ads and testing new things. And when you see what works, you have to build on it, right? And so that first original ad, I built on, with your help, I built on it and kind of was able to make three new ads, from it. One, general for the barbecuing season, one with like UGC content, and
mhm,
then another one, with just that precise messaging that was resonating with customers. And so, with that, but like we were able to scale past the 5 figure a day kind of thing, and it was great.
Crazy. Yeah. Yeah. That I remember. That was really crazy. Cool. Then, yeah, I mean, you touched upon it a little bit, but can you share like any specific results like yeah, you've achieved basically from before to after? Like what did it look like before? What did it look like after?
Yeah, so let's just put it this way. Qualitatively, I was just stressed, dude. I was a mess. It's just like I just would lose sleep at night, not knowing what to do. I'd be
Mhm,
researching all these things. I'd be trying to push out new ad tests and spending
mhm,
forever, kind of to get it done, and then it was not like working. I had no idea why it wasn't working. Just losing sleep
mhm.
over it, burning money. It was just, yeah. So probably I want to say the best investment I made of 2023. Um, Yeah, and kind of specifically what results that we achieved was just having that continuous repeatable process. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Just that takeaway for me, not knowing kind of what I should do or tweak next, to having like something that I can be confident about, or more confident about. Not a
mm,
pro quite yet, but you know, just know the ropes enough now to be able to run ads, and be able to kind of continue, to drive traffic to my business at a profitable, at a profitable rate,
mm.
to take my business to the next level. So that was what I was really excited about. I mean, to put it in numbers, I think we had a breakthrough month. I did went from, I think the consistent amount I was doing was probably like 10, 15K a month,
Mhm.
and we took that all the way to 100K a month, actually, like
Way.
this. Yeah, so I don't know if I told you this, yeah, and not even the whole month, we sold out, so we
Ah,
did
true.
a
Wow.
100
Great.
a hundred $100,500 in sales in 3 weeks, and then, rest of the month, I was enjoying my holiday vacation, yeah.
Well,
So,
which was well deserved. Which was well deserved.
yeah, it was a great ending, great cap to the year, and
Mhm,
all the mentoring you've helped me with, and all
mhm.
everything I've been, learning and doing with you.
Amazing, amazing. And yeah, I mean, I think you mentioned it before, like you even had like you went up to 20K uh in single days, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it really just built up so it's like if you know how to use the tool,
Hmm.
that is Meta Ads platform,
Hmm.
you can scale really quickly. And before I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have the confidence to push the ad spend, and
Hmm.
uh, in the direction it needed to go. And so it would just be, thinking back, it would just be impossible almost, man, for me to kind of like get those results without having the kind of like knowledge and the framework that you're able to, provide. So thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's always like you have to implement it, right? So I can teach a lot, but if it's not implemented, there were be no results, and you did a great job there. Just being glued to the ads manager for that stretch at least, and really executing, asking a lot of questions. So yeah, super happy that it turned out this way. Um, Cool. Then a little bit maybe on personal growth. I think you touched it a little bit. Also like what kind of like the transition was, but
Mhm.
let's say beyond like business growth, you achieve those numbers and they're great. But how has this experience, this journey, impacted you personally, and also professionally, right?
Yeah, I think personally, it's like I have a new skill, that I'm, and like kind of like a hobby that's exciting.
Mm,
Um, Yeah, I think this just opens up so many doors, kind of like what I can kind of do, and like ways you can take brands, literally from scratch, right? To
mhm,
like building an online presence, to yeah, like being able to drive paying customers to your website.
mm,
Uh, I think before I had like a design kind of doing more like like the product development side,
mhm,
but this is, like, really the other part of the equation. Like, being able to put yourself in front of customers, like, anywhere in the globe, and that's such a powerful tool. And I think for me, who loves, entrepreneurship, loves creating brands, I think this is literally the missing piece of what I needed to turn my idea into something real,
mhm.
something sustainable.
Nice. So to summarize, basically, you went from being very product focused to now being more business focused or marketing focused in the sense that you use the market to build better products or build the products that the market wants and advertise them in the right way. Yeah, that's very
Yep,
powerful.
it's the full circle, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's very powerful. Cool. Yeah, like with this knowledge now that you're able to scale your brand to 20K days, like what are your kind of like future plans? What are your aspirations? Like when you look into the future, yeah, what's coming next?
Yeah, I'm excited for this year, man. And you and me were talking about it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
earlier, but I really want to take UmamiGrills to be kind of like the next big kind of grill company
Mm-hmm.
that you know anyone can use to make grilling kind of more portable, convenient, and accessible kind of for people to cook their favorite everyday meals. And whether it's like cultural meals, like for me, I come from you know background doing Korean barbecue, yakitori, or to any kind of like cultural meals, whether it's you know Persian kebabs or like
Mm-hmm.
you know Russian kebabs or just
Mm-hmm.
yeah, every culture has that unique grilled kind of, you know, cuisine, and, like, I'm excited to be able to bring that to customers and kind of be able to kind of take my passions and turn it into something tangible, using this new framework.
Nice, nice, amazing. Um, yeah, then like looking back at this experience, and now that you are equipped with the skill, like what would you say to someone that is like thinking of joining, or maybe is in a sim kind of like similar position that you were before joining? Like, what would you say to him? Would you to whom would you recommend this program specifically?
Oh, I would totally recommend this program, well, to everyone who wants to learn marketing, actually. Like, literally, whatever stage in the journey that they're at, I think you do such a great job of kind of acclimating them and getting them to, you know, there. But I would totally recommend this for someone like even super beginners who are just kind of learning just the basics and want to kind of have a deeper understanding of marketing. But besides all the kind of clickbaity stuff and like, you know, kind of I guess courses that really breeze through it and don't really care to go in depth and teach you like the fundamentals. And you really helped. To your credit, you really helped kind of walk me through and explain like in depth when I was kind of like struggling or needed extra help to get me there to the results that we see today. So thank you, man.
You're welcome. You're welcome, man. Cool. Yeah, then is there anything else you'd like to add or share about the experience?
Yeah, it was the best part of my 2023. So excited for next year
Nice.
or this upcoming year. Yeah.
Nice, nice, amazing. Yeah, it was such a pleasure to have you here, Brian. And I can only say from my part, like that was really like one of my most favorite hero journeys because I know I knew all of the struggles that you
Behind the
went
scenes
through
stuff.
and
Yeah,
that we went through together.
business journey. Yep, yep.
Exactly. So it was beautiful to see you literally like scaling up day by day from I don't know like 2 3K to all of a sudden 20K in a span of I don't know like 7 or 10 days. Was just amazing to see, right? And at the end of the day, you went out of stock even, like you sold all of the inventory, which is it's just amazing. We set this as a goal, and it's always like with goal setting, sometimes you're like not sure, can it really be that way? And the closer you get to the end of the year, like, okay, this is never going to happen. And then you pulled it off. So really really amazing to see that and your growth also during that journey and yeah, looking forward to yeah to help you scale to the moon and make UmamiGrills a huge brand. And yeah, for the ones watching, definitely check out UmamiGrills, amazing grills, and check out Brian. And yeah, looking forward to everything like to the next chat basically.
To the
Amazing.
next chapter. Thank you, man.
Exactly, exactly. Right. Thank you for your time, Brian. And yeah, take care, man.